The untold story of Mel Gibson's 9 children. This isn't the end. It's another beginning in the life of a man who has burned and rebuilt more than most ever will. Mel Gibson, actor, director, Catholic traditionalist, a symbol of triumph and disgrace. He spent decades making mythologies on screen, Braveheart, The Passion of the Christ, while trying to manage a much more complicated narrative off it. 9 children, 3 relationships, one private family sprawled across generations, continents, and philosophies. This is their story. In the 1980s, Mel Gibson was the man Hollywood couldn't get enough of. The Aussie-American heartthrob turned action icon. The blue-eyed dynamite in Lethal Weapon. The man who could make vengeance look like virtue. But at home, a different story was unfolding. Hannah Mae Gibson, born 1980. Hannah was the first. The daughter who grew up watching her father become a global icon. She worked quietly behind the scenes, production assistant on The Patriot, makeup crew on What Women Want, before stepping fully into a life of privacy. In 2006, she married Grammy-nominated guitarist Kenny Wayne Shepherd in a Catholic ceremony at the church her father built. 6 children later, Hannah has embraced motherhood with the same devotion her father gave to cinema. Now a hypnobirth educator, she shares insights and calm through social media, nurturing new lives while staying rooted in faith. A daughter who chose peace over prestige. Christian Gibson, born June 2, 1982. Christian never chased the limelight. Instead, he found meaning behind the camera. As a camera operator, he's been part of powerful cinematic moments, including his father's acclaimed film, Hacksaw Ridge. He divides his time between Los Angeles and Mexico City, capturing nature, life, and subtle moments others overlook. Where his father directed battles, Christian observes stillness, a quiet spirit in a family known for loud legacies. Edward Gibson, born June 2, 1982. Edward, Christian's twin, mirrors his brother in temperament, but not in trade. Drawn to art and design, Edward pursued glass-blowing and later founded Natural Edge, a company crafting furniture from reclaimed wood. His creative pivot was born from time spent on a remote Fijian island where isolation birthed inspiration. Art became his language, wood his medium. Edward shapes not only objects but meaning from memory. Where others saw waste, he saw renewal. William Will Gibson, born 1985. Will Gibson is the family's ghost note, a presence felt more than seen. Little is known, and even less is shown. Occasionally surfacing in family posts, Will remains an enigma. No interviews, no red carpets, just absence, chosen or necessary. Some might call that loss, others might call it wisdom. Will reminds us that silence too can be a form of resistance. Louie Gibson, born 1988. Louie took the Gibson legacy and turned it into vision. After graduating from Chapman University, he dove into filmmaking, directing indie horror films like Happy Hunting and Manifest West. His work is raw, psychological, searching. In 2016, he married actress Anna Mahendru. Together, they navigate love and creativity, hinting at 10 children or maybe 10 films. Louie doesn't just tell stories, he excavates them. His art carries the echoes of his father's intensity but with a rhythm all his own. Milo Gibson, born November 16, 1990. Milo was the one who walked into the same fire his father did. After stints as a massage therapist and electrician, he entered acting with a role in Hacksaw Ridge. From there, he built a career playing soldiers, cowboys, and conflicted men, roles that mirrored parts of his father and perhaps parts of himself. Milo teamed up with Louie for Manifest West, turning their family story into cinematic grit. He wears the Gibson name, but not as armor. As acknowledgement, Thomas Gibson, born April 14, 1999. Thomas entered the Gibson world as it fractured. 10 years old when his parents divorced, he retreated into privacy. Of all the children, he is the most unknown. No headlines, no hashtags. Perhaps Thomas is still finding his story, or maybe he's choosing not to tell it at all. Some lives grow in shadows, and that doesn't make them any less significant. Lucia Gibson, born October 30, 2009. Lucia was born into tension, her parents' relationship marked by lawsuits and tabloids, and yet she shines. Creative like her mother, she draws, performs, and experiments. In 2022, she appeared in Oksana Grigorieva's music video, a tender portrait of mother-daughter love. In 2023, she walked through Manopuna Falls in Hawaii, where Jurassic Park once roared, an apt metaphor for a life both surreal and real. Lucia is young, but already painting her world with color. Lars Gerard Gibson, born January 22, 2017. Lars is the last, the child of Mel and screenwriter Rosalind Ross. Just 8 years old, Lars lives in a world already marked by creativity, religion, and reinvention. He's not yet a name in the industry, not yet a headline, but he's part of something bigger, a lineage, a legacy, and a love that still burns after the Malibu fires. His story is unwritten, and that's the beauty of it. Mel Gibson is still making films, still making amends, still making meaning. His children, 9 of them, walk in various directions, some toward the light, some toward silence, some creating art, some creating families, all shaped by a name that both opens doors and casts shadows. There is no single legacy, only fragments, fires, faces, and a family still writing its script. Behind every legend is a lineage. Some choose to carry it, others choose to bury it, but all of them, in their own way, live it. If this story made you pause, if it made you think about how families grow under fame, or how children find themselves in the ashes of their parents' fire, then subscribe. Because every icon has a private story, and every child lives with the echo of it. We tell these stories not just to remember who they are, but to understand who we are becoming. Fame fades, but family evolves.